Hello, and welcome back to Video Game Chronology, the only review show that reviews video games from the beginning most of the time. I'm your chronicler as we go into, wow, an all-time classic here. This is Metal Gear. This is our 104th NES North American release. I mean, do I even have to go into the backstory of Metal Gear here? This is Kojima's first game, although he hated this NES port of it. Apparently, I don't remember what the system was. I think it was like the MSX2 version of it, which is essentially just Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, which is just Metal Gear Solid, the first one on the PlayStation. They changed so much from it. He just owned this one apparently, from what I was reading in the backstory of it. My history with this game is actually pretty interesting because I've played through all of the Metal Gear games, including this one. But I didn't play this one on the NES. I played this one on... It actually came with Metal Gear Solid 3 Substance, I think it was, for the PlayStation 2. Because it's not the Delta one or the Legacy ones that have been released in this day and age. Like, all the way back then, they released this one and the sequel on that, and that's where I played those ones. So that was interesting. I'm gonna have to take a sip here. Sorry. Sorry about that. But that's where I played this originally. But yeah, so let's dive right into this. This is Metal Gear Solid. Four people are being dropped into the forest. I don't know if the other three were the prisoners that got caught that you have to receive. Big boss speaking operation, or should I just, because they're all the same voice, right? Big boss speaking. Operation Intrude N313. You are to infiltrate the enemy fortress route outer heaven, then destroy their final weapon, Metal Gear. First attempt to contact missing Art Gray Fox. Then try to find the Metal Gear. That is a translation error. Gray Fox is the ninja in the PlayStation one. I don't remember what he is in this one. Use frequency 12085 for all communications with me. Over. And this is Metal Gear is also the game that like popularized stealth. It was the first mainstream stealth game apparently. So there's that. Since we're here with the translation, also this is a clever way to tell story through actually tell a whole story. This game is probably the first game that I've played that had like a major whole story, like something that you play through for the story. I'm just curious. Let's see if these other ones work. Nope, they don't work yet. I did that. Yeah, I guess they don't work yet. And then what's the other one? 120, 33. Probably have to find those codes in order for it to work. Yep. Alright. Alright, so I can punch. Let's pause. I don't have any weapons. I'm still learning the buttons. Equipment. I got cigarettes. Alright. So since none of those work yet, let's see, this is the punch button. I'm getting sleepy. Alright, let's go over here and I fell asleep. Alright. Let's wait till he falls asleep again then. Or I could just punch him in the face. It's taking too long to fall asleep. Crap. Forgot about the dog. Stupid dogs. Got me. Bye, doggy. I'm gonna ignore you. Tried to ignore you, but it didn't work. Okay. Alright, now we're here. Punch you. We want to go in here to get the binoculars. And then... Ah! Oh, I died. I think it's infinite continues. Yeah. Equipment. Still have the binoculars. That's all I wanted to see. What? You recalled me already. Yeah, we did this already. You're getting sleepy. Ah, I got caught up on a tree. And now you die. See if I can get by them. Nope. Well, that didn't go well. I should have just fought them. Whatever. God damn it. I'm not doing very well. No, we're not doing this again. That was lucky. Dogs kick my ass every time. Looks like I got out of it with more health this time, though. Maybe I won't die as quickly this time. I don't know how I got hit there, but whatever. That's 3. Let's bring this in. We're going to the Internet Archive for this one. Metal Gear. Oops. Colonel. Hold on. Colonel Hold on, I gotta move my mic here. Colonel Vermon Cataly, a once tranquil shepherd boy who grew up in the remote banks of the Samsam River in Outer Mongolia with his 27 sisters. Jesus Christ. Turned to terrorism at an early age. Now, after years of pillaging innocent people, he has taken control of Outer Heaven, a small nation on the outskirts of South Africa. Here, he is a sole tyrant and radical dictator. He rules with bullets and bombs, and in only a few months he has outlawed democracy and turned harmless villagers into mercenaries for a global terrorist network. But as but his biggest threat is yet to come. For as obsessed madman, he has created the ultimate super weapon. It's Cataly's greatest dream and the world's most hideous nightmare. It's called Metal Gear, and it must be destroyed before the crazed colonel unleashes his violence across the globe. I'll tackle Katafi. Your mission, South League, is to seek out and destroy Metal Gear, nothing less to triumph. You must gather necessary information, weapons, and equipment as you press towards into the enemy domain. Weapons and equipment can be found and captured in three various ways: find them in the enemy trucks, find them in enemy storehouses, or snatch them directly from certain enemies. Of vital importance as you proceed on your perilous mission is how well you communicate with Commander South back at Foxhound's HQ. Whenever you see a flashing call sign, it means that he's trying to reach you with key info. Get in touch with him on the double using your transceiver. Also, know that Katafi has 5 heavily fortified strongholds located throughout Outer Heaven, and you must discover, then search each before accomplishing your ultimate task. Strongholds have between 1 and 3 floors. You'll move from floor to floor using elevators, and along the way, you'll rescue grateful hostages who will offer crucial information as to the whereabouts of Metal Gear. When you rescue a predetermined number of prisoners, you'll be promoted, and as your rank increases, so will your vital sign. On the negative side, if you botch up and get a hostage killed, you'll immediately be demoted. Be warned, though, about the strongholds. They aren't cakewalks. Each, in fact, is surrounded by loyal Katafi guards, and it's up to you to elude them without triggering hidden alarms. The mission will finally end when you die, or when you win. Is Katafi a play on Gaddafi? I don't know. A little bit about yourself. Recruited from the Marines after a heroic performance in the Grenada invasion, you were given the codename Solid Snake because of your ability to strike quickly, quietly, and with deadly accuracy. That's not actually true, but whatever. Here's your equipment, transceiver, weapons, the equipment you can get. There's Colonel Vermin McCaffey's elite squad. And then that's that. That's the booklet. Let's turn that off. And let's continue. We'll give this one more try before we're gonna call this one. Man, I'm very bad at this game. There's gotta be a way. Nope. Dogs just kick my ass every time. Like, even if I get this guy, I come down here and this guy kills me. See? Every time. I don't know what to do. Anyway, we're gonna call that one there. I didn't get very far, but we'll definitely come back and finish this on screen because you got to. I have a video game show. I'm playing an NES, and I'm not going to play the original Metal Gear on here. Come on, you got to do that. As for like a review, I mean, didn't really get much. It's much harder than I remember, to be honest with you. But that could be just because it's the NES version, and I played a different version of it. I don't know. But it's still vaguely from when I remember, and from when I remember of the game, that if the fact the game has a story in of itself, and it's the start of a long line of games, it's like, of course you want to go back and see where it started, even though it's the bastard child of Kojima. It's still the start of a story of a great series that is crazy and problematic in certain instances, but still fantastic. Um, and I definitely do recommend going back to it. Just if you're a Metal Gear fan, if you just want to see where it all started, like this is a great game. Um, yeah, I just I I don't want to overhype it though, because like I said, Kojima did not really like it, and it is different. But at the same time, I like that it's different because of the fact that we got the PlayStation 1 and then the GameCube Twin Snakes thing that really remade his original thing, and this kind of gives you a different start point for that too. It's very cool, and I really like it. And it's also one of the first like mainstreams. It popularizes stealth mechanics. Like I'm sure there are other stealth games out there, but I haven't played one. But then again, I'm only playing NES games right now. So, but like with that, like all in its own, like uh, I'm right in here. Like I'm kind of gushing a little bit, even though I only got what was it 5 screens in because I suck. But yeah, um, yeah, yeah. This is definitely this is definitely up there. This isn't the best Nintendo game. I would not say that by a long shot, but it is really, really, really good, and I do recommend it. I would put it up there in the A tier. I would say it's not it's not legendary. It's not Super Mario. I feel like I have to create a new category. Like my last episode on Double Dragon, I put Double Dragon down. I also just Double Dragon won a Game of the Year award, which I didn't even know existed from a magazine. So that was weird. I forgot to mention that. But like I put that in like a B slot. But like Double Dragon should be like in an A slot. And Metal Gear should be in that A slot too. But like Super Mario Brothers and Legend of Zelda are like legendary S tier. And these games are legendary in their own right. Like they have legacies and stuff that have lasted the test of time. But I just don't think they're on par because the gameplays in these like I like I shouldn't be dying 6 times to dogs. Like there doesn't seem to be a way to get past those dogs without getting hit. So like there's little moments like that. Whereas in Zelda, like yeah, you can die a lot in Zelda, but it doesn't feel cheap, so to speak. Same thing with Super Mario Brothers. It doesn't feel cheap. Whereas in Double Dragon, you get like 3 lives for how many um for like 6 levels, and it just gets progressively harder. And like here, I'm sure I got unlimited continues, but I died 4 times and couldn't get past the 5th screen. So like, but it again, the test of time. You gotta. I'm playing these games in 2026. This came out in 1988. That's like 40 years ago, almost at this point, maybe more. I'm math's not my thing. 90, yeah, almost 40 years ago now. It's ridiculous. So yeah, it has to be something said to that. All right, it's enough of me rambling about Metal Gear. We'll come back to it eventually. Um, thanks for watching. We're on to the next one. Bye.